Akuvox intercom systems make your intercommunication a whole lot easier. And today, we're going to look at 3 monitors that we carry at Nelly Security: the C315, the C319, and the X933. What are the differences between these 3 monitors? When should you choose one over the other? And what all can this system even accomplish? We're going to be talking about all of that and more right now. Alright, before we get started, it's important to note that these Akuvox monitors are just a small part of a much larger system. So before we talk about these 3 monitors specifically, let's take a look at Akuvox as a whole. Akuvox is one of the manufacturers that we carry in our access control line, but it's not strictly limited to access control, even though this does have access control functionality. Instead, you can think of Akuvox more broadly as a smart communication system that integrates with all of your current physical security applications. Your access control system, your video surveillance system, even your intrusion alarm system. There are so many ways to configure an Akuvox system, but in this video, we're gonna keep it simple. It starts with a door phone, like this R20A. The door phones can get more complex, like the R29S, which is designed for multi-tenant functionality. But again, we're gonna try to keep things as simple as possible, so we're gonna focus on the R20A, which is a single resident door phone, meaning there's only one doorbell button to push. There's no contact list or anything like that. With Akuvox, the door phone can function as an entire intercom system in and of itself. You can wire a door lock and an exit button into the door phone. You can download the Akuvox app on your smartphone so that when somebody rings the doorbell, you get a notification on your phone and you can answer and have a video call right there. So if all you need is a simple single door without many bells and whistles, you can get by with just a door phone, in which case you don't really need the rest of this video. Click the link down in the description below, go check out Akuvox and see what they have to offer. But for a little beefier system, we have the Akuvox smart monitors, which takes this to a whole different level. Instead of somebody just ringing your mobile device when they press the doorbell button on your door phone, you can set up your system to ring an indoor monitor or multiple indoor monitors, depending on your setup. Akuvox door phones and monitors are IP equipment, so you don't even have to run a physical connection between your door phone and your monitor. Simply plug both devices into your network. Akuvox's convenient self-discovery feature will immediately recognize other Akuvox devices on the network, and from there, it's simple plug and play. Connect both devices to power, either with a 12-volt DC connection or with a PoE connection. They'll instantly turn on, and they will instantly be able to communicate with each other without any further configuration on your part. Push the button on your door phone, answer the call on your smart monitor, and there really isn't much more to an Akuvox system than that. Again, you can add more complexity. You can integrate this with your access control system and your video surveillance system, which we will see here in a little bit, but you don't have to. If all you're looking for is a communication device, then this can be as simple as you need it to. Now let's take a closer look at these 3 individual monitors, discuss the nuances between the 3, and hopefully help you figure out which monitor is right for you. And here we have our 3 Akuvox monitors that we carry at Nelly Security: the C315W, the X933W, and the C319A. These are laid out in the order of price, so I can't give you the specific prices because these are dealer-only products, but if you log into our website with a dealer account, you'll be able to see the price there. If you're not a dealer, definitely get in touch with us if you're interested in purchasing these. We'd love to talk to you about becoming a dealer. It's free, it's easy, it adds a ton of value to your security business. But in terms of the price point on these monitors, this is gonna be our budget option. It is pretty plain Jane, doesn't have a whole lot of bells and whistles. It has a 7-inch capacitive touch screen, and we'll look at the interface here in a little bit, but the interface is a little bit more stripped back on the C315. This is going to be the mid-range product. It's about $100 more expensive than this one. And this one also has a 7-inch capacitive touch screen. It's a little bit nicer. It has a little bit of a more sturdy build to it. You'll see when we plug it in a second, this has a light across the bottom that comes on. Some people either really like the design of this or really don't like it. I think it looks pretty cool. You've also got 2 microphones here on the C315. We only have one microphone, so keep that in mind. The audio quality on this one is going to be a little bit better for those two-way audio calls that you make, either with your door phone, or if somebody has a mobile application, you can have a two-way conversation with them there. Or with the SIP account, you can call any number as well, directly from any of these monitors. Again, that's our mid-range model. This is the most expensive model we carry. This is going to be about $100 more expensive than this one. And this one is quite a bit larger. We've got a 10-inch capacitive touchscreen instead of a 7-inch, and it does make a difference. You can fit more on the screen. We have more speakers in the back for better audio. But the biggest difference between this monitor and the other two is that this one does have a built-in camera. It's 1 megapixel. It's not super high quality, but this camera does serve a couple of purposes. First, if you're making a call to a video intercom, one of the intercoms that has a screen on it, you will be able to video chat with the visitor. And also on the mobile device, if you're speaking to somebody on their cell phone from the Akuvox app, then you'll be able to video chat with them as well. But another purpose for this camera is for security purposes. You can take the RTSP stream of the camera and add it to your NVR. So that way you can always be monitoring your monitor. If somebody comes up and starts messing with your monitor, you'll have videos of who it is. It can also just serve as an auxiliary camera for the room wherever your monitor is mounted. Let's take a look at the backs of these monitors. They are pretty similar, but a couple of differences that I do want to point out. So for the C315W, again, this is our budget option. You can see that we do have two RJ45 ports back here. This one is the one that you're going to use. This provides PoE connectivity to the monitor, so it's going to connect it to your network. And if you have this connected to a PoE switch, it will also connect it to power, so you don't have to run a power cable, which is really nice. This second port is specifically for E10 models of Akuvox intercoms. That's not something we're going to get into in this video because you're probably never going to need to use that port. Underneath the ports, we have our pin connections. We have a 10 pin and an 11 pin. The 11 pin is going to have your stuff like DC 12 volt, which you're only going to need that if you don't have this connected with power over Ethernet. We've also got the RS485 connections. You can connect a 2-wire doorbell to this. Then you have a single relay to control with normally open, normally closed, and common wires. Next to that, we have our 10-pin connection, which has 8 in and out connections for different sensors. So if you're using this as an intrusion alarm, you can have door sensors, window sensors, that kind of thing, wired directly into your Akuvox monitor. The X933W and the C319A are identical. It is almost exactly like the C315. The difference being there is only one RJ45 connection. This is for your PoE. And the other difference being in this 11-pin connection, we actually have 2 relays. The C315 has 1. The X933W and the C319A have 2 relays. And that's the only difference. Here is the back of the C319A. Again, 1 RJ45 port. You've got 2 relays right there, and then you've got your sensors 1 through 8. And that is that. I've got my Ethernet cable here. It is connected to a PoE switch. So I'm going to turn on the C315W, and we'll also take a look at the X933W. The X933W and the C319A have the exact same interface. This one's just a little bit bigger. So we are going to only be looking at these two simply because these two are already somewhat set up. They have call logs. They have intercoms connected to them. This one's brand new out of the box, so it has nothing. We've got the Akuvox splash logo. So this is what the screen looks like. It is pretty stripped back. Again, this is a very bare bones version. It doesn't look bad, but as you'll see when we move on to the other interface, it doesn't look as good either. So we have our contact list over here. You can add your different devices. Right now it says Stairphone. I'm not sure what that's connected to. From this screen, we can turn on Do Not Disturb so that the monitor doesn't make any noises. We can open our messages, which is different texts, different alerts that we can receive. We can also open the monitor right here, which is going to be almost like you're looking at a CCTV in VR. It's going to show you your different devices. You can connect your Akuvox intercoms to this, as well as your standard security cameras, as long as it has an RSTP URL. We'll leave a link down in the description with some resources on RSTP so you can get that up and running. All right, now let's click on more to see what else we can do from the monitor. We can open up a call log here. It's going to show us all the calls that we've made from this device. we can pull up a keypad and just type in a phone number here. Again, if we have this connected to a SIP account. We can also pull up our contact book, which right now just has one contact, but you can always add a new contact here, either with a camera URL or with numbers. And again, you can pick your account. You can have 2 SIP accounts connected. We can also open settings from here where we can adjust certain settings, display, brightness. We can set up Bluetooth. We can go into more with the default password, which is 123456. And here we can mess with Wi-Fi, change the account, add different monitors. Let's scan and see if we can have anything. Nothing is here on OnVIF. You can set up security cameras through OnVIF. We recommend doing RTSP. If you have sensors connected right here to this 10-pin connection, that's gonna show up here in these 8 zones, so you can configure those zones here. And that is pretty much the C315. Again, it doesn't have a whole lot of bells and whistles, but if all you need is a simple monitor that can get the job done, this one might be the monitor for you. Let's unplug this, and we're gonna plug in the X933W. Okay, it's loading up. There we go, we got a blue light. All right, here is the interface for the X933W and the C319A. This is much nicer. All 3 of these monitors run on Android, but these 2 have more of a classic Android feel to it than the C315. The processor is more powerful, so it's faster, it's more responsive. It feels really snappy. The C315W, there is just a slight delay when you click on things. It doesn't have the same smoothness, you know? So what we have here is our arming buttons. If we do have this connected to our 8 alarm sensors, you can set this to away mode. You can set this to armed stay, arm away, and there's the disarm button right there. The apps down at the bottom of the screen can be adjusted, so you can change these to the apps that you use most often. You can see I have Spotify and Easy View here. That's the unique thing about these 2 that use this more updated interface. You can add Android apps, pretty much any app you want to, as long as you have the APK package for it. Just plop them into the web interface and you're good to go. So I can pull up Spotify and I have to log in. I'm not going to do that right now, but you totally could, and you can use this as a little speaker. Easy View, that's a great way for you to get your UniView security cameras right here on your device. Of course, you don't have to use Easy View for that. You can pull your cameras in through the built-in monitor system, but if you wanted to have Easy View pulled up here, you can. Nothing's loading. It said I had to sign in. I'm not going to do that right now, so let's go back home. I'm really curious to see what you guys can come up with when it comes to use cases for those APK, Android apps. I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that I haven't even thought of yet. So feel free to comment down below what apps you think will be useful to have on your Akuvox monitor. Super interested to see what you guys are doing there. Again, you can make calls, you can read your messages. We have, again, a call log here. We can pull up a keypad, and again, we have our contacts. Contacts are going to be your different monitors that you can call, intercoms that you can call, as well as people, phone numbers with your SIP accounts. People with an Akuvox app, you can call them as well. We can swipe, jump into settings. Let's talk a little bit about what we have, because we do have more settings available here than we did with the C315. Again, simple things like display, sound, time. You can adjust your call features here, Bluetooth. This does have a voice assistant, which the C315 does not. It's kind of like Siri or Alexa. You can call the assistant, have it perform simple functions for you, and it kind of looks like this. Albert.
Hi there.
Open the door.
No problem. Open the door.
Or you can say, Albert.
Hello.
Call the staff.
Sorry, no match contact for calling.
Yeah, you have to set that up inside what the staff number is, but supported commands, you can see there's a lot of them. Night mode, sleep mode, away mode, open the door, emergency, help me, call manager, call staff, open message, open monitor, shut down, the list goes on. So that's pretty cool if you find yourself using that feature often. Let's hop into advanced settings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here we can go into monitor. This is where you can set up your devices with the RSTP. You can scan your network. And this is also where you can come to customize your home page. All you have to do is click on an app that you want to change. Say you don't want Spotify on the home screen, that's fine. You can just tell it what you do want. A custom APK calling, you can add a certain contact. For instance, if you have this set up in a lobby somewhere, you can put your number there as the contact or a front desk, just so people using this monitor can have easy access to you or whoever they need to have access to. This is a lot more customizable, a lot prettier, a lot more powerful and user-friendly. And again, it's going to be the same interface whether you're using the X933W or the C319A. So there we go. Just to sum up, we do have 3 options available for your Akuvox monitoring needs. The C315, which is our more budget-friendly option when all you need is a monitor. We've got the X933W, which is a lot like the C315, but with some upgrades. You've got a fancier interface. You've got 2 relays that you can control with this one. You have a voice-activated assistant. You've got better microphones up there on top. That's pretty much what you're getting when you pay extra. You can get those custom Android APK packages. Finally, if you're looking for the best of the best, we have the higher end version. It's a bit bigger, 10 inches as opposed to 7 inches. It does have the upgraded interface. It does have all the same features that you're getting on the X933W, with the addition of that 1 megapixel camera for security purposes, for video call purposes. I hope now you have a much better understanding of which one of these monitors is right for you and your situation. If you have any further questions about Akuvox monitors, or about Akuvox in general, or just about your security needs, feel free to give us a call, send us an email, hop on our website and chat live with our agents, or simply leave a comment on this video. Our security experts are here and they are always happy to help you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If so, be sure to give it a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us across social media so you never miss another piece of security content. Happy installing, and I will catch you in the next video.